Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to our channel. This is Miss JD for my second video this evening or today. I will be discussing this time the most trending stocks we had for our January 26th market performance in the Philippine Stock Exchange. So, thank you to those who took the time in watching the first video I created this early evening. But time now is already 2:43 a.m. So we can consider this as a pre-open stock market analysis for January 27. So I'll put a link down below for that first video I created. Well, I talked about my current portfolio, the positions I have, and the trades I made technically yesterday, January 26th. So if you want to check that out, the link is down below. So if you like this type of content, guys, I'm inviting you to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you're always updated, okay? Now, let's get started. Bloodbath. That's how I'm describing the day yesterday. So for now, the index is not looking very attractive at the moment. uh, After a rally, an aggressive run, bullish run that happened back in October up until December, a lot of probably institutions have already been profitable and they're exiting their positions. They're taking profit. And as of the moment, I feel that there could be a continuation uh, in this direction. When I say profit taking, that simply means there could be more selling that will happen in the coming days. And the nearest support I can see looking at the chart at the moment could be around the 6,700, around that level. And the reason why I'm saying that is, well, if you look to the left, yeah, there could be a test at this area, right? That first, definitely by tomorrow I could already feel that the 6,900 could be reached. But with the overall outlook of the index here, given that we are still at the higher level, right? This area around 6,700 could still be retested. You have your support right here, 2 days. And then if you look to the left, there was also a consolidation at this area, right? Each time this level is hit, there's a bounce that's happening. So I would have to say that that could retest the level. So we could, right? We could be establishing a support back at that area before we can recover. Hopefully by that time, when we reach that level, our RSI will now be here down below. It could already be, let's say, at the oversold area. So that's a much better picture, um, because by then most of the stocks in the index could be recovering or could recover if we have that kind of setup. Now, how does this pan out in your individual stocks? Definitely, if we're talking about the index, this is a collective performance of the 30 plus stocks that are included in the index. So why not open each one and let's have a look. Well, I do normally sort our trending stocks by clicking trade, the number of trades here, and then we go through it one by one, right? But first, the stocks I covered in my video earlier, I will not be covering that anymore. So I suggest you check out that video. So I talked about APL earlier because I have this in my position. Let's talk about PHA. For PHA, this candlestick that happened today, which is flooring, the flooring price right now in the index or in the PSE is 30%. I'm not sure for other platform, but I'm using COL Financial, and the floor price is currently at 30%. If you're down by 30%, then that's the maximum limit for any given day. And with us starting to trigger the MA20 line, chances are we could just be filling this gap, right? We could be filling this gap before we can move up again. So at the moment, I would say I'd plot the area at 1.65 first. There's really a high possibility that that could be reached before it goes up again. In the event that gets broken, your next area would be the support that was established here. That was also a resistance here. So first area to check out will be 166. Second area to check out 1.26. Ideally, we want it to be near the oversold area before we can re-enter. But sometimes there are already other points to consider. In some occasions, I personally, I don't have to wait for the oversold area before I enter, but would really be best if at that point um, other indicators would support your entry, right? Because sometimes a stock could consolidate and remain at the 50 level in your RSI, and I like that better than the oversold but there's no volume, there's no momentum. So that's what I'm like this one, right? So let's try to use this as an example. See, it was consolidating the for the longest time, but it's not oversold. So that too can happen here. It could consolidate, but if you feel that um, we'll cross the bridge when we get there, but definitely at this point, I'd like to highlight the two key levels that we have, 1.66 and 1.26. MerryMart, I was able to quickly cover this earlier today because I have this in my position. It's just that I didn't add more volume today. Um, right now, with MerryMart um, crossing the MA20 line, partially crossing the MA20 line, I just feel like temporarily we could have some more declines. Could be tomorrow and in the coming days. I'll put a small area right there. This one over here, this could be a consolidation level, right? It could either drop here and bounce, or it could drop up to this point and bounce, because this is very constricted. It went sideways in this area, so this is your support. Sometimes this resistance could become a support too. So we are going to observe anywhere between 573 and 632. If that area again will be your consolidation phase, then I'd say at this point, given that there are so many catalysts for MerryMart, we if you have the buying power, or if you'd like to add more volume, 573 in between 573 and 632 would be a much better entry than this area over here, because I just feel like this trigger could just have a continuation. However, if you have the time to watch the market tomorrow, check that out, because sometimes it's just going to give you a long wick. It will have something like this, right? A long wick down, maybe it could touch the area and then recover right away. So for those people who have jobs and you are a holder of MerryMart, maybe what you can do is try to really figure out which is an acceptable level for your entry. If you're okay to enter at 575, or you're okay to enter at 630, either way depends on your risk tolerance. Maybe what you can do is find these key levels that you can put an order, right? And just wait for the market to give you a chance. I'm not saying it will go back to that level. We're just anticipating that what if it goes as low as this. Because earlier today, um I think I did that in AR. Oh, no, no, no. I did that in APL. In APL, I was thinking because I entered twice here today. I entered at an early stage, which is 0.24, I think 30, 0.2430. And I said there could be some continuation, and why not put an order at the floor price? Not exactly the floor price, because I gave a threshold here just in case, I want my order to be a hit right away. So I think 1972 or 1970. It's in my it's in my video earlier. Let me. Okay, it's not there. It's, I don't wanna. I might share a different slide. Anyway, so that is that is it. If you feel like this is the area you're ready to purchase it, then you can probably put a buy order and then continue with your work. BSC. BSC um, looks like we have already filled this gap very, very close. So this could still be, maybe we will be grading sideways here, or if there is a continuation, you have a gap here as well that we can still fill. So in case, because this is another floor price that we have here, in case the market continues to decline, right? The moment it crosses the 0.70 area, and then there's a continuation downwards, the moment it does that, then maybe the next possible drop could be around the 0.47, 0.48, or 0.45. So the moment the sentiment goes lower than 70 area, try to probably put a much faster time frame and then see if it is indeed going to reach that level. Because if you are to look at, let's say, on a 15-minute chart, this is already at the oversold level. So we're just trying to, foresee in the event it was still linger in this area for an extended period of time. Say how many minutes would that be? Then at least your order can be hit. Otherwise, you can, if you want to make sure that your order gets hit first before it takes up again, then you can probably put a buy order at a few cents higher. So that's my recommendation. Overall, guys, if you would like to engage in a stock like what I mentioned in the video earlier, um, I have a total of 10 stocks in my portfolio, and I think that's the maximum for now. And these stocks, I have believe in them. I believe in the fundamentals. I believe in um, the potential growth of the stock. That's why I got them. And if even if some of these positions I entered may decline, I will not have to worry too much, because the first entry I did is a test buy. The size or the amount I placed there is not that huge. So I just wanted to make sure that in the event it goes up, I will be able to ride it. But in the event it will find its new support, then I could buy some more if I see a confirmation of a bounce. We all have different strategies. It really depends on your profile. Some would just want to be profitable on a daily basis, even in small amounts. Then you may also do that. In that case, I suggest use a faster time frame. Well, you have to check out on a daily chart or daily time frame first, and then you look at it at a faster time frame. And then some people, day traders, would take profit in small amounts, but they do trade multiple times in a day, in and out, in and out. So it depends on your. So that's my disclaimer. I'm just sharing my thoughts for the purpose of documenting my thoughts, because I want to go back to this video again after the market closes, and I want to see whether my outlook is accurate. Okay, so those reminders, I just want to share it to you guys. Okay, so that's for BSC. Could still fill that gap before it recovers. For DITO, okay, DITO is again a stock in my portfolio, but I did not really discuss thoroughly here. Here, on the other hand, I feel that we have this long wick. We have this long wick, and then there's this green candlestick right here. So the fact that we cross the MA20 line, moving downwards, then more selling sentiment could happen, and probably retest the 10 peso level. At that point, for those people who are long-term holders or long-term investors of DITO, some may find that already attractive and are willing to add more volume. Others may not, right? So my take here is, personally, my average here is around the 6 point something area. And if I want to add more, it's still fine for me because I have a good base. But if you're going to add here at this level, considering the um, selling sentiment at the moment, we really have to observe first. If you see a bounce at this area, then uh, that's the time you can enter. Okay, so that's my recommendation. Add more at the 10 peso level if you see a confirmation of a bounce, provided you have a good base, right? Now, but if you want to enter to test it out, maybe what you can do is manage your size, because we really have no control as to what the next moves right now, because a lot of stocks have been declining. So we're on the defensive side at the moment. MRC. MRC here, I personally, oh yeah, I talked about this in my last video, but this one, I took an aggressive move here. I think this is my not so perfect entry, but I see a big potential. Okay, I don't want to close my doors right away, because my average here was, I think I entered at 0.52 if I'm not mistaken, 0.52 or 0.54 today, because I saw, yeah, I think around that. Okay, I got it. It's 0.52. So because I was not able to watch the market full time, it really went ahead and went all the way down 0.46. However, considering the potential of the stock, I just really find this already a good buying opportunity given the big decline. But some would say it's you're catching a falling knife, right? I think one of the comment was there. So this is one of the riskier um, trade I did for today, because really there could be a continuation. Um, my size here though is very very small, just to test it out. At this point, I'd have to say if there will be a continuation, I would say around 40 area, in case, right? 40, 41 area. There's a previous resistance here and then a support right here. Hopefully by that time it could be very near the oversold, but I just feel that there's also foreign buying that happened today. I feel that if it is going to decline further by tomorrow, it's just a slight um, movement downwards, and then we could be bouncing. We could be bouncing right away. Okay, so interesting level at the moment. Well, for AR, I already talked about that BDO. Um, I am not expecting a lot for BDO. We are still here at the MA20 line, but given the outlook that I have for the index, this stock could probably experience some more profit taking. Let's see what this 23.9 million foreign buying that happened today. Let's find out what will the effect be later in today's market performance. But overall, I'm not expecting a lot. There could be a possibility that it could go back to the 100 level, and that's the time it'll bounce. Overall, if you're a long-term investor of this stock, look at it as a big opportunity to have uh, to add more volume. Okay, so that's our outlook. 655 for ACEN. Um, I believe worst thing that can happen here. So this is a red engulfing candlestick that resisted at the area of our MA20. So it could maybe stabilize first at the 619. That's the area where it could or 614. It could just do a double bottom right here. This could be your first bottom and then drop again right here. So you have a threshold up to this area. Okay, I'm gonna put that line because it is an area indeed. So if it is going to do that, you have a double bottom and then you observe how your RSI is going to pan out over here. If the second bottom, if it touches this area or this area, um, and then your RSI is slightly higher than the first bottom's RSI, then that's a good one. All right. Another thing that I've noticed here is this one, 86.9 million on foreign buying. So I don't really see this dropping so much. We'll just experience a few percent decline on this, surprisingly, with what happened today in the second liner stocks. This is a good move already with a 3.53% um, decline. So far, I'm still a green here. So if in any case, my average is going to be hit again, my average here is 652. If my average is going to be hit again, or even lower than that, that's the time I'll be adding more. Hopefully it touches 581 because guys, I have a strong conviction for ACEN because of the potential of the stock, right? This is into the renewable energy. At the same time, the company that's managing this is also a very good company. So we believe in the Ayalas. So a lot of potential on this stock. This JFC is one of the stocks I'm not very happy about at the moment, but I did cut here because I'm a long-term investor for this stock. Um, one bad move I did here was I thought this is going to create a stabilization around the 186. This is where I added the other day. I'm not sure if it was yesterday or the previous day, but around this area because I saw this and then there was one over here as well. So I said, okay, let's try out at 186. And then all of a sudden today happened and yeah, I just strongly feel that the 169 area is a possibility. There could still be a big chance it could go back at that level before it takes off again. One thing good here is it's already at the oversold area. So hopefully by that time we'll just go sideways here and move up. Looking at the how stable the company is, Jollibee is Jollibee, but compared to uh, the popularity that it has before the pandemic, actually back in April 2019, it's not looking very attractive for the past 2 years now. So hopefully, because we're still not very far from the bottom right here, I'm addressing this to the mid to long-term investors. Just probably let's see if it is going to create a bounce at the key levels we've measured around this area. This used to be a support. So let's find out if it is going to create that good bounce there. AGI also about to decline. You see that your Bollinger Band is pointing downwards. So, wow, it's deep. If this area won't hold, guys, you have to be extra careful because this, if this breaks, next drop would be this, and that's deep. Okay, overall, no big expectations, but wow, foreign buying happened here. So let us see if this 947 will be respected. You have your support here, previous resistance here, so maybe it will stabilize first before it goes up again. Green, no change for green. Wow, imagine for those people who may have entered right here and then it went up same day. That's already a good gain. Overall, I'm not expecting a lot from green. This is your resistance. And if the stock does not break 326 and you have another red, chances are it will go back to your 276 area or 277 because this used to be your support, right? And this used to be the resistance, so you might experience some slight overshoot at the MA20 level because your MA20 is at 2.88 and this is 2.77, so it could just go sideways there first. Pure gold, slight decrease in the price, but your momentum is starting to pick up very slowly. So one area to observe could be, yeah, this level around 37.92. This area, okay, I'm not saying this is the exact spot. It could be slightly higher or slightly lower around the 37.71 area. Let's find out if we will continue to move sideways and then let's say a green engulfing candlestick, or perhaps if it crosses the MA20 line, that's our trigger that it has already reversed. ABA, I think this bounce that happened here is a sign that people find it already a very cheap level. It tested the 0.78 and that's a good opportunity for those people who may have entered here. But that's your previous resistance and could potentially become a support right now. In the event there is a continuation of a test at the 0.78, at least you are already in a position right there. So your call. If you're not able to watch the market full time, the 0.78, if that will be hit one more time, then that's a good base to enter for ABA. I think that is it for this evening. Wow, that was fast, and I don't know how many minutes did I record this. That was a bit fast, and oh, that's 28 minutes, and we were able to cover a lot. So, guys, good luck to us today. Hopefully, these entries I made, some of them were very risky. I'd say my AR is a risky entry. AR is the only stock that I have that did not really that I did not see any strong uh, strong news or strong catalyst. I'm just riding the popularity of this stock. Hopefully, with this being still highly volatile, I just want to take advantage of short trades here, short-term trades. But the rest, ACEN, APL, ATN is still there. Double Dragon is still one of my mid to long term picks. I'm thinking the Double Dragon will also have some good effects when the DD Double Dragon REIT will go IPO. So Hopefully there will be some effects right there. JFC, MerryMart, MRC, check. All these have solid outlook. So except for JFC, JFC is it's like the go-to stock for any beginner. I personally had this in my portfolio. This is the first stock I bought, and so far, I feel that JFC, looking at the mid to long term outlook, even if today we had some profit taking, overall this stock is still very, very cheap. Okay, see that? And if I'm not mistaken, I've also locked in some profits right this area, and I just re-entered. It's just that I was not able to bottom pick this stock. But so far, it's already at the oversold. Let's see if it is just going to stabilize here. If it drops, let's say up to 169, I'm all good. I can enter right here. All right, I think that is it for this evening. Thank you guys for watching, and good luck to our trades later today. Bye bye for now.